Hello, good morning, children. Today I am going to clear your doubts and then I will discuss the in-text questions of chapter 2, that is acid, bases and salts. Now, the first question is, write the chemical formula of ammonium chloride. Explain why an aqueous solution of ammonium chloride is acidic in nature. Illustrate your answer with the help of chemical equation. Children, the chemical formula of ammonium chloride is NH4Cl. And as ammonium chloride is a salt of ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. And ammonium hydroxide is a weak base, hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. And salt of ammonium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid is acidic in nature because hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. Now equation is NH4OH plus HCl gives NH4Cl and H2O. Now the question from in-text questions, page number 18. Question 1. You have been provided with 3 test tubes. One of them contains distilled water and the other 2 contain an acidic solution and a basic solution respectively. If you are given only red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents in each of the test tubes? Answer for this question: if the color of the red litmus paper gets changed to blue, naturally base turns red litmus to blue, then the solution is basic in nature. If there is no change in color, then it is either acidic or neutral in nature. Thus, basic solution can be identified. Now, let us mark the 3 test tubes as A, B and C. A drop of solution A is put in the litmus paper and same is repeated with solution B and C. If either of them change color to blue, then it is basic. Therefore, out of 3, 1 is eliminated. Out of the remaining 2, any one can be acidic or neutral. Now, a drop of basic solution, which already we have identified, solution is mixed with drop of each of the remaining 2 solutions separately. Then, the nature of the drop of the mixture is checked. Here, children, I can make you understand. When you add acid, a drop of acid with a drop of base, as acid reacts with base to form a salt which is neutral, and hence here neutralization reaction takes place, the solution becomes neutral in nature. Whereas when base is added to water, the solution becomes basic in nature. So if the color of the red litmus changes to blue, then the second solution is neutral, and if there is no change in color, then the solution is acidic. Clear, children? Because neutral solution, if you add a drop of a base, it becomes basic in nature and hence it changes red litmus paper to blue in color. Whereas by adding acid to base, the solutions becomes neutral and there is no change in the color of the solution and hence the solution can be considered as acidic. Thus, because acidic and basic solution neutralized each other and hence we can distinguish between the 3 types of solutions. Now the question from in-text question, page number 22. Question number 1. Why should curd or sour substances not be kept in brass or copper vessels? Children, the curd and the other sour substances contain acids. Therefore, when they are kept in brass or copper vessels, the metal reacts with acid to liberate hydrogen gas and form harmful products, thereby spoiling the food. So that we should not store curd or sour substances in brass or copper vessels. The question is from page 22, question second. Which gas is usually liberated when an acid reacts with metal? Illustrate with an example. How will you test for the presence of this gas? Children, the gas liberated when an acid reacts with metal is hydrogen gas. This you can see here in the experiment that when we add zinc metal in sulfuric acid, on adding zinc metal in sulfuric acid, the product form will be zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Now, how can you identify the gas liberated is hydrogen? When you bring a burning splinter, on bringing a burning splinter near the gas, you can see the gas burns with the pop sound. And as the gas burns with the pop sound, and hence we can say the gas liberated is hydrogen gas. Question 3 from page 22. A metallic compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas evolved extinguishes burning candle. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. So answer for this question, children. F. The gas evolved with effervescence and extinguishes burning candle. So naturally you can say the gas which extinguishes the burning candle is carbon dioxide gas. And as compound form, that is calcium chloride, hence we can say the substance A is calcium carbonate, because calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid to form calcium chloride salt as per the question, and evolved carbon dioxide gas, and this carbon dioxide gas is responsible to extinguish the fire, and along with this water will form. Index question 1 from page 25. Here, the first question is why hydrochloric acid, that is HCl and HNO3 etc., that means the mineral acid, so acidic characters in aqueous solution, while the compounds like glucose and alcohol do not show acidic character. For this already I shown you one experiment while teaching you in my video. So once again let us discuss the dissociation of hydrochloric acid or nitric acid to form hydrogen ions always occurs in the presence of water. The hydrogen ions thus form combine with water to form hydronium ions. As per the equation, HCl in water gives H plus ion. The H plus ion combined with water to form H3O plus ion known as hydronium ions. Whereas the compounds such as glucose and alcohol, even though they contain hydrogen atoms in their molecular formula, but this hydrogen atom cannot dissociate in water to produce hydrogen ions. Hence, they do not show the acidic character. Now, question number 2 and 3 from page number 25. Question number 2. Why does an aqueous solution of acid conduct electricity? Children, for your knowledge, the conduction of electricity through the solution, that is because of ions, whereas conduction of electricity through the wire is because of free electrons. Acid in aqueous solution dissociate to form ions, and hence these ions are responsible for conduction of electricity. So, third question, why dry HCl gas not change the color of dry litmus paper? For this question, very well I have shown you the experiment in my video. Let us discuss once again. Dry HCl do not dissociate to produce H plus ion. Color of litmus paper changed by the hydrogen ion. Dry HCl gas does not contain H plus ion, or we can say it does not dissociate to produce H plus ions. It is only in the aqueous solution that acid dissociate to give H plus ion. Since in this case neither HCl in the aqueous solution nor the litmus paper is wet. Therefore, the color of litmus paper does not change. Question number 4 from page 25. The question is, while diluting an acid, that means when we make the concentrated acid to dilute acid, why is it recommended that acid should be added to water and not water to acid? This is very important question, children. While diluting the acid, we must take care that we should add acid in water, not water in acid. Reason for this question: the process of dissolving an acid or a base with water is highly exothermic. That means during the process, large amount of heat produced, and hence care must be taken while mixing concentrated acid like nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to the water and with constant stirring. That means we continuously stir the solution. If water is added to concentrated acid, the heat generated may be cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating, and hence we should always add acid slowly with water, not to water in acid. Now, question number 5 and 6 from page number 25. The question number 5. How is the concentration of hydronium ion, that is H3O plus ion, affected when solution of acid is diluted? That means by adding more water, if you dilute the acid, what is the effect of H3O plus ion in the solution? So here children, when we dilute the acid, the concentration of hydronium ion per unit volume decreases, because here the now water is more and number of particles of HCl is less, and hence the strength of the acid decreases. Now question number 6. How the concentration of hydroxide ion affected when excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide? Just understand the difference between the two questions, children. In the question number 5, how the hydronium ion is affected by diluting the acid, whereas in question number 6, how the hydroxide ion affected by adding excess of base in the sodium hydroxide solution. So here, as we add base, more base, the concentration of hydroxide ion, OH minus ion, would increase, because as more base added, more OH ion produced, and hence the solution of sodium hydroxide becomes more basic in nature, or we can say strength of base here increases.